I'm gonna try to speak about this in a way where it's just like chronological order of how things went down. Love, why would you do that? Who are these men? What if you get kidnapped? Hey guys, my name is Love. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm hoping that this video brings you some insight, some laughs, whatever it does for you. Hope it does something. I'm gonna be talking about my recent trip 2 months ago to Tulum, Mexico. I have gotten some questions from people that I know about what it was like to travel during a pandemic, and also what it was like to be in Tulum, because it's becoming kind of like a hot spot destination. I think that's mostly because people are figuring out how cheap it is, and it's even cheaper during the pandemic, of course. So I'm gonna be looking at my phone some of the time because I wrote down some stuff so I don't forget. And yeah, let's just get right into it. Essentially, my ticket to Tulum was only $170. I'm sorry if you hear construction in the background. They're doing stuff outside, and I live in the Bronx, so I can't really control the sound. First of all, let me put y'all into game real quick. It's really smart to get your flights from flighthub.com, especially if you're a student. Wait, actually, I don't think there's any. No, if you're a student, I'm just saying that because it's good for your pockets. But I get all my tickets from FlightHub. I always get the best deals on FlightHub. I literally put my stuff next to Expedia, Travelocity, all of the major airlines and Spirit Airlines and all that stuff. And I honestly, and even Student Universe, if you're a student and you know about Student Universe, you know that you get extra discounts from different websites and stuff, especially for traveling in general. And personally, even with those student discounts, I still find the best deals on FlightHub. So I really would recommend FlightHub. I did take Spirit Airlines, so I did have to pay for my luggage. So in total, my ticket was back and forth, 170 plus 45. 215 round trip, which is really not bad. I decided to go to Tulum a little impulsively. I'm gonna be putting clips of the trip in this video. I really wanted to make it a vlog, but while I was there, I didn't have my YouTube channel yet, and I started to vlog some of it because I've always liked the vlogging experience, but I was like, who am I gonna show this to? Why am I doing this? And the girls that I was with, none of them were recording anything, and I just felt like I looked a little weird. But I did vlog 2 things while I was there, and I have videos and pictures.
I don't even know how they made this.
I definitely want to go inside.
Let's go tomorrow in the daytime.
What's happening now?
It's mad fight in there. Yeah, it is mad, yeah. Wow, can you bring your ass?
If you get snatched, you're not coming into that.
Listen.
I feel like
Nah, that's some out of here.
if I start talking, I might just pass out.
Just remember, before you run, you have to jump because there's a rope behind us. Otherwise, we just
I'm
don't
going
fall.
head first. You said head first? Head first.
The Vagalume.
Vagalume, probably.
Vagalume. Yep, there we go. We got the ticket out the way. That's how much it cost me. That's how much it cost me to get there. I'm like, when I reached Mexico, first of all, let me just talk about who I met on the plane and that process in general, because it was during the pandemic and we're still in the pandemic. So yeah, so on my way there, Mexico does not require you to have a COVID test, but they do require you to fill out a form when you're on the plane, and I think it did ask about COVID, like if you've been exposed. And also I had to transfer planes, so I had to go into Florida first, and then I came from New York. I actually took EWR in Jersey, and then I got to Florida, and then I got to Mexico. At some point, I'm sorry, I wish I remembered, but at some point during the travels, my temperature was taken. But no one asked me for a COVID test. So I know that there's some countries that do require you to have a negative test, or they even make you take the COVID test if you haven't taken it. But for Mexico, they do not do that. So while I'm on the plane, I meet this dude who is from Mexico, but he lives in America. So he's asking me questions, asking me like, what am I doing there? And I'm like, you know, I'm coming for vacation. Mind you, I came to Mexico by myself. My cousin was already there. So he tells me that when I'm ready to change my US dollars to pesos, what I should do. And I was like, oh, my cousin already gave me instructions. And he's like, oh, what did she tell you to do? She told you to go to the clerk people, right, when you get off. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, no, don't do that. So I believed him, because when I go to Trinidad, we actually exchange our money through like the locals, because they do give you more and you can negotiate with them so you can get more. So he tells me what to do. Mind you, my cousin had already called me before I got on the plane and was like, I want you to go to the clerk people. There's gonna be a booth where you can exchange your money. When I get to this man, he's gonna be waiting for you, because basically I had a taxi waiting for me when I got there so it could take me to the villa that we were staying at. My dumbass, my gullible self, sometimes like that's something I'm trying to grow out of, being so gullible sometimes. I am listening to this man and I'm like, you know what? He's from Mexico. My cousin is not from Mexico. He probably knows what he's talking about. When you're in Tulum, fair warning, when you're in Tulum, there is no ATMs. It's very rare. And the ATMs that they do have that you will find easily, they be broke. So they're broken, like a lot of the time. Essentially, when you go to Tulum, the only place you can really exchange your money without going too far is at the airport. So you gotta get that handled. Get that handled, please. There are money exchange people that you might be able to meet, but like you don't know who you can trust all the time. I really would recommend going and doing it at the airport as soon as you get there. So I'm listening to the man. My cousin gave me fair instructions. I get off the plane. This man comes up to me. Actually, multiple people come up to me. When you get to Mexico, there's a lot of people trying to attract tourists, so that, as any other country would do, basically. So yeah, so there's a lot of people just, hi, hola, hola, and I'm like, I'm in Mexico, es Liddy. And I'm just like so excited to see everything. All these people are just saying hi to me and just wanting to grab my attention. Like, I have a taxi, I have a hotel, I have a tour, I have this. Mind you, my cousin already has all these things set up for us, so I didn't need any of that stuff. But what I did need to know is how to get to the ATM, because the man on the plane told me to go to the ATM instead of the booth people. So this man comes up to me, he's like, what are you looking for? You need to change your money? I'm like, yes, that's what I need to do. So he's like, let me show you the way. Now, let me tell you something else. I've traveled a good amount of times to know not to follow somebody. But coming to Mexico and seeing all these people, being so welcoming and inviting, it just was like exciting to me. And I just thought this, in my intuition did not feel like I was unsafe. I didn't feel like the man was going to kidnap me or anything like that. It was just so many people there. So I was like, I can follow him to the ATM. Like, we're in the airport still. It's not like we left the airport. So he takes me to the ATM. His friend or somebody that he works with comes while we're walking, like, hey, and they're talking in Spanish. And mind you, I don't speak Spanish fluently, but I've been around the Spanish language for long enough to understand certain things. I'm pretty sure they were talking about getting money from me. Like, how are we gonna get money from this girl? So now I'm with two men. All I need to do now is follow the rest of my cousin's instructions and get to the taxi man so I can get to the villa. I'm gonna put the name of it actually here for you guys so that you guys can look into that. There's this company that brings you to and from the airport if you're not renting a car. Yeah, I get on FaceTime with my cousin and she's just like, love, why would you do that? Who are these men? What if you get kidnapped? And I'm just like she says that afterwards, but at first when I called her, I like turned the camera so the men could see, so the guys could see, like, hey, I have someone waiting for me. Like, yeah, so I realized anyways that I got scammed out of $30 and finessed out of $30, not scammed, because they didn't scam me, they just finessed me. And I'm just like, girl, if you're gonna be, I plan on traveling the world, so if I plan on traveling the world and really getting out there, I can't be letting people finesse me and talk me up like that. It just wasn't a vibe. Yeah, overall, that was a dumb move. My cousin was like, you had one job, sis. I gave you the exact instructions, the exact rules. You had one job and you failed. You failed, basically. So I reached the villa. The name of the villa is called Aldea Zama, and it's in Yashik, Tulum. So Aldea Zama, I'm gonna put up a picture. It was a beautiful, beautiful villa. If you're traveling with a group of 4 or more, I really, really recommend, because they have multiple rooms, they have multiple pools, they have breakfast service, like you can order, and they'll order it, like you can ask them and they'll order it for you. They'll give you options, and it was just a really good time. We do drinks, we're out, we're about to be out for the nighttime, right? So there's this main strip in Tulum. I don't remember what it's called, but I will put the name of it here too. And it's basically a beach strip where there is a lot of things. There's the Pablo Escobar mansion, there's Taboo, there's this sculpture thing that is very popular in Tulum. I'll just put a picture from my phone here. Yeah, there's a sculpture thingy. There's just like a lot of things, lots of places to eat. There's yoga, there's music, there's dance, there's fun. It's just so fun. Let me just get into the navigation. So when you're going around, if you don't, my advice to you right now is going to be for people who don't rent a car. So getting around in Tulum is honestly not that bad. There will be taxis who charge you like a little fee, maybe like 50 pesos to wait for them, to wait for you, and they'll wait for up to 3 hours or 4 hours, which is I think a pretty good deal, because 50 pesos is about, you know, if I made this video right when I got back from Tulum, I would have remembered. It's only like $2.30 in US. Yeah, that's actually really good. Maybe 70 pesos? I think it was only 50. That's really good. So yeah, when it comes to just getting around, it's honestly pretty easy. You can walk, when you're on the strip, you can pretty much walk that whole strip. So depending on how far you need to go, like sometimes it might be like a 30-minute. That strip is long. The beach strip, the main strip in Tulum, that's not downtown, is long. Give or take, you'll figure out when you're there how far things are from each other, and then you'll figure out like what you can walk to, what you can't walk to. So yeah, that's the only thing I remember. But I keep saying so tired of saying When it comes to purchasing things, I can tell you guys that I did not spend more than $500 in Tulum. I was there from Tuesday. I was supposed to be there from Monday to Saturday, but I was there from Tuesday to Saturday because I missed my first flight. We're not going to talk about it. I missed it. It's over. I got the next one the next day. Everyone did wear their masks when it came to restaurants and going out to places. The people working did have their masks on, but they honestly don't take Corona as seriously in Tulum specifically, because everybody like had their masks here. Like the nose was not even covered. So I was like, all right, this defeats the purpose. And personally, I went for my mental health, and I'm glad that I went because I was really at a low, and going there just really gave me like a good reset and just helped me mentally. I took all the precautions. I wore my mask. I wore actually a double mask, and I wore a face shield, and I wore clothes that I took off as soon as I got to the villa. But other than that, and I had hand sanitizer every like 10 minutes because I didn't want to overdo it. But other than that, like it was just pretty much normal. Everything was open in Tulum. It was pretty chill, honestly.
Okay.
Black beauty, black Average annual per household savings based on the 2019 National Survey.
We did go to a restaurant and we turned it up. We turned up Taboo. if you know, then you know. We turned up Taboo, okay? Because me and my cousin we got up and we started dancing to their house music, and we were just having a good time. And then they put on sparklers. I'll put a little clip of that. They put on sparklers for us. Everybody else got up and everybody got lit. And that started because the trendsetters. You already know. Nah. But anyways, so yeah, overall, I don't really have much tips pandemic-wise, because pandemic-wise, there was not much going on. Like, I didn't feel like I was in the middle of a pandemic, except for the fact that I always remembered that I was in the middle of a pandemic, if that makes any sense. I just knew to wear my mask. We had to bring our masks everywhere. Also, the Grand Cenote. I visited the Grand Cenote. There's about 3 or 4 Grand Cenotes in Tulum. I visited the one that is, hold on. Hey Siri, how do you say turtle in Espanol?
2 ways to say turtle in Spanish.
Tortuga.
Turtle.
Tortuga. I had to ask Siri real quick, but I know Tortuga is the cenote that I visited with my cousin's friend Elle. So me and Elle went to the cenote while my cousin just stayed in the villa for the day. And basically, it was amazing. I'm not even gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna let you guys see clips of me and Elle at the cenote. All right. I just jump in? Yeah. Okay.
She's gonna do it?
You got this.
I don't know.
She's got this.
And if anything happens,
I jump in after you. You got this.
Hey, don't splash. You okay?
Yeah, you are. Thank you. This is beautiful. It's so calming. I wish I learned how to swim inside of a cave. Because I feel like pools are just so pooly.
So fully.
This feels like really nice. And the water is really pretty.
You can do it now without life vest.
Oh, mind you, I didn't even know how to swim, and they made me very comfortable there. It was about the cenote in Tulum that I went to, the Tortuga, was 350 pesos, which is only 17 US dollars. It was less than $20. I feel like that's a great price. If you're in Mexico and you got all these pesos and they say 350, you're gonna probably think like, that's a little much, but it's only $20 basically, which is great because you get a whole tour. It was really nice. I swam underneath the cave. I was really in there, man, and I can't even swim, and I'd be so scared of water, but the people who work there really know what they're doing, and they really know how to make you feel comfortable. It was very welcoming. The Pablo Escobar mansion ran me around, I would say no more than 50 US dollars. I ate steak, which was a little bit pricey, but it was worth every penny. The steak in Mexico is literally to die for. I don't even eat steak like that, and I had the best steak. I ordered it 3 times while I was in Mexico. I ordered it at the Pablo Escobar mansion, and I ordered it at Taboo, and it was just to die for. I did end up spending $115 on a ring. Don't get finessed, guys. That's the one thing I would say. Do not get finessed like how I was, because I spent $115 on a ring that broke the next day. The lady swore to me that it was real. The gold was peeling off of it. Like, it was not a ring. That ring lasted me 24 hours, so don't get finessed. Whenever they give you a price for something, try your best to negotiate it, because they're most likely giving you the tourist price. So if you're trying to buy an item, you know, ask again, like, how much is this? Are you sure? Like, or even beyond some like, all right, I'm not buying that, that's too much, and they'll be like, okay, I'll give it to you for this much. When it comes to being in America, I can finesse my way into a lot of things, but for some reason I went to Mexico and I lost sense. I lost my mind, so lost my common sense. I did go on a jog for like 3 of the days that I was out there. I went for a run, and that was amazing. When you're in, if you do stay in Aldea Zama, if you stay in Yashik, anywhere in Yashik, they're doing a lot of construction there. They're building a lot of new things, so you'll see a lot of new construction working in the morning, but it's very easy to get lost. Be careful of the way that you travel and the way that you walk, because a lot of things look similar to each other. You can easily get lost. Honestly, just like anywhere else in the world, there's a lot of places like that, so I can't really inform you too much on that. Because I traveled with a group of 5, like it was 5 girls in the house, I did not spend more than $10 on food per day. So overall, I stayed 6 days. I spent $60 on breakfast. The Pablo Escobar mansion is free to enter. I don't know if it's free to tour. I know that they let you tour free when you eat there, because we did eat there, and then we got to just tour the whole thing. I'm not sure if you get to tour it for free though if you're not eating there. Also, because it was Corona, the beaches closed earlier, so the beaches closed at 6 p.m. and yeah, overall it's just like very friendly, very fun. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's fun and great. I don't really know what else to say about it. I will try to think of things and maybe record it again, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you feel informed. If you have any other questions, you can leave it in the comments and I'll answer. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, it was a great time. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this video. And yeah, next Friday.